It's time to breathe again on the Breath of Fresh Air webcast, Shortie edition. I am your host, Charles Taylor, Chuck T, whatever you want to call me, as long as it's not a bad day. And I am here to discuss Matthew Stafford. Of course, Matthew Stafford was the longtime quarterback of the Detroit Lions for, I think, 12 seasons. And now he is the quarterback of the Los Angeles Rams. That is right. Over the weekend, there was a trade that went down between the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. And the trade sent Matthew Stafford to the Rams for quarterback Jared Goff, two first round picks, and a third round pick. So, look, when I said I was going to do a shorty on Matthew Stafford, I thought it was going to be about his time with Detroit and how it's time for him to leave because he had been there long enough and the Lions weren't going to get any better. They hadn't got any better. They had some good stretches. I think they made the playoffs three times. Uh, Definitely in 2011, I want to say 2014 and 2016. They made the playoffs with Matthew Stafford as the quarterback, but they were one and done in each of those years. Uh, but the Lions just kind of just failed to build a team around him that could compete for it. And the Lions have been a kind of a cursed franchise for a long time. I mean, they had two of the all-time great players in NFL history in running back Barry Sanders and wide receiver Calvin Johnson, and both of them quit because they didn't want to play anymore. Just I guess from being with Detroit. So it's really bad. And I feel bad for the fans of Detroit because they have sat there, they've been loyal, they've been waiting for a time where their team could do something, and they just haven't quite been able to turn that corner. And that doesn't look like it's going to start anytime soon either. More on that part in a minute. But for Matthew Stafford, going to the Rams is more than just a fresh start. It's also a legit chance to win the championship. Him coming to the Rams make them a pretty pertinent Super Bowl contender, a prominent Super Bowl contender. They made the Super Bowl with Jared Goff as the quarterback a couple of years ago. And the Rams obviously feel getting Matthew Stafford there is what they need to get themselves over the hump and potentially win a Super Bowl. And Rams have a lot of good things in place. They have a defense that was one of the top units in the league. They have people who can run the ball, being led by Cam Akers, and they have receivers, Josh Reynolds, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, and Tyler Higbee at tight end. They definitely have weapons. Good offensive line to protect Matthew Stafford as well. And with Sean McVay being the play caller and the head coach there, there's a lot of different things you can see with them doing like doing things that need to be done for them to go to the Super Bowl. Now, granted, they're in one of the toughest divisions in the NFL. You have the Seattle Seahawks, the Arizona Cardinals, and the San Francisco 49ers, who might get back up there to the top if they're able to stay healthy next year. But the Rams are going to be right there, right in the thick of it. For the Rams, obviously, this is a win right now move. The Rams haven't had a first round draft pick since they traded up to get Jared Goff in 2016. And they won't have another first round pick for the next 100 years. Well, okay, it'll go till I think 2024 when they won't have another first round pick. But they've traded these picks, picks for Brandon Cooks when he was with the New England Patriots. He got traded to come to the Rams. They traded picks to Jacksonville to get Jalen Ramsey. So those are a couple of the moves they made, and now they traded away first round picks to get Matthew Stafford. They signed these people to big deals. Aaron Donald, big deal. Jalen Ramsey, big deal. Jared Goff had a big deal, and they get to unload off of that contract as well. So this is a win right now move for the Rams, and they feel like they could do this next year. But if they don't do it next year, it's going to be tough to try to get back there the next couple of years as well. But give the Rams credit. They're going for it. They're trying to do what they can to put themselves over the hump. And you respect the organization that is willing to put it all on the line to try to get this Super Bowl title, even if it means mortgaging their future to do it. As for the Lions, they are in a complete rebuild. It kind of seems like they've been in a rebuild for the last 60 years. But the Lions, with getting these two first round draft choices, one in 2022, one in 2023, and then the third round choice, it seems like Jared Goff is going to be a bridge quarterback. I don't necessarily see him being there long. He may be the starter for next season, but after that, I think all bets are off. I can see the Lions uh, trying to get another quarterback in the future. We'll see who emerges in the college football realm as to who can be that number one quarterback. But I don't see Jared Goff being there long term. I think this was probably more about the picks. I know the general manager there in for the Lions, Brad Holmes. He was actually on the Rams personnel staff before he took that job in Detroit. So maybe that had a little bit to do with the Lions being or with the Rams being part of the trade. I know the Rams were talking about, or I heard a report where they were trying to see what they could get for Aaron Rodgers, which I guess the Green Bay Packers said, absolute hell no, you're not getting Aaron Rodgers. I guess the asking price for Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson was a little bit high, and yeah, like you're gonna have to give a kidney away to get Deshaun Watson. Is basically what the Texans are saying. But I guess the Rams inquired about those two guys before they got Stafford, and they were able to get Matthew Stafford, who I think is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Now, I don't know. Uh, okay, take that back. I don't think he's quite the elite guy, but I think he's very good. And if he gets in the right system, which Sean McVay's system with the Rams might be, he can be an elite quarterback. I've always been a Matthew Stafford fan. I've always felt like he is winning games despite what is around him. And now he gets to go in a situation where he can really, really thrive. So I think it is a good trade for both parties involved. And it could be the precursor for what could be a very, very exciting offseason when it comes to quarterbacks making moves, going to different places. And Deshaun Watson might be that next domino to fall. So we'll see how everything turns out. But in regards to this trade, I think it's good for both. The Rams get a guy where they feel they can win a championship with him, and the Lions get some draft picks to help rebuild their future with a with a new GM and the new head coach Dan Campbell in there. So I think it's a win-win for both parties. Well, that's what I'm breathing on for today. Y'all make sure y'all go onto the Breath of Fresh Air YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button, and make sure you keep those likes coming on the Breath of Fresh Air Facebook page. So we will be back with the live show. Patrick should be with me on that come Tuesday evening. We hope you can join us and interact with us. Man, we have a lot of fun on these shows, so we want y'all to be part of it. So until then, everybody take care. Have a happy Monday.